If you're renting right now and you want to buy a home in the next 12 months, this video is for you. Most people think you need 20% down, but in Colorado, you can actually buy with as little as $1,000 out of pocket using a CHFA loan. Now today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a one-year plan to get there without stressing over huge savings goals. Now by the end of this video, you'll know the real number you need, how to break it into simple monthly targets, and the biggest mistakes renters make when they want to buy but they don't prepare correctly. You do not need $40,000. Your goal is much easier. Now step one is to get clear on your number. In Colorado, CHFA gives first-time buyers a massive advantage. Instead of saving 5 to 20% down, you can buy with as little as $1,000 for your down payment. And then I also recommend budgeting about $1,500 for the inspection and for the appraisal costs. That's going to be a total of $2,500. That's your real target. That's the number that gets you into a home. Now, if you want a little cushion for moving costs, for emergencies, then I would kind of aim for about $3,500 to $4,000 in total. But the key is this: your number's not $30,000. It's a few thousand. And once you know that, every single step of this process gets a whole lot easier. Now, step two is let's turn it into monthly math. Now, take that target and break it down into 12 months. If your goal is $2,500, that's about $210 a month. Now, even if you want a $4,000 cushion, you're looking at $330 a month. These are real reachable numbers. You're not trying to save a massive down payment. You're building a small runway so you're fully prepared to use Colorado's best first-time homebuyer program. Now, step three is separate the money now. Now, what I would do is I would open a separate savings account and label it the house fund, anything that makes it easy. Not your checking account, not your general savings, a real dedicated place. Then I would automate a transfer every time you get paid. So even if it's only $75 per paycheck, it adds up. The biggest mistake that I see renters make is trying to save whatever's left over at the end of the month. And there's never gonna be anything left over. Automation from your paycheck is going to remove that friction. Now, step four is I recommend you use the 3-bucket strategy. That is what makes a one-year plan realistic, even if you feel like money is tight. Now, bucket one is going to be your baseline savings. You pick a number that you can hit every month without fail. So even if it's $100, consistency is going to beat perfection. Now, our second bucket number two, is going to be lifestyle trimming. You don't need to cut every single thing that you do out. I would pick 2 to 3 categories that pretty much drain your money without adding joy. Now, for most renters, it's gonna be food delivery, Uber Eats, subscriptions, weekend impulse spending. Do you really need to go shopping at the mall? Now, if you're cutting out even $200 a month, it's going to put you ahead fast in order to save up that money. Now, bucket number 3 is going to be an income boost. This is kind of your accelerator if you can't do bucket number 1 and 2. A weekend gig, overtime, selling used items on Facebook Marketplace, anything that'll add up to $200 to $400 an extra month will put you ahead of schedule. Now, the difference between buying in 18 months and buying in 12 months is usually going to be this third bucket. Now, this is a quick check-in. If you want to buy within the next year, please comment the word ready and I will reply with a custom tip based on where you're at in the sales process. Now, step 5 is follow a simple 1-year timeline. Here's how to break the next 12 months into a plan that actually works. Months 1 through 3 is you're going to build the habit, prove that you can actually hit your baseline savings for 3 months straight. This is going to build momentum. Now, months 4 through 6 is kind of going to increase a little bit slightly. I would add a little more to your monthly savings, or I would pick up a small income boost. So even an extra $75 to $150 changes everything. Now, months 7 through 9 is I would use to protect the fund. This is where most people slip, and I cannot stress this enough. Keep your house account separate and untouched. Please do not borrow from it. Months 10 through 12 is prep to buy while finishing your savings. This is kind of the timeline where I'll set people up with a lender, get them pre-approved, clean up credit, avoid new debt is really big, and kind of start looking at new neighborhoods. Getting lender ready is just as important as starting the savings account. You cannot start this early enough. Now, here's 2 mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1 is waiting until your budget is perfect before starting. I would honestly start with anything. Earlier is going to be better than later. Now, mistake number 2 is believing that you need a huge down payment before you can shop. This is just absolutely untrue in Colorado. With CHFA, you only need $1,000 to put down. Now, I typically ask people save an extra $1,500 to cover inspection, cover appraisal, and that is a clean financial profile. That's it, clean and cut. Buying a house in a year is not about punishing yourself financially. It's about having a clear number breaking it into easy monthly steps and staying consistent with your entire plan. If you want help figuring out your exact price range, whether CHFA is a fit, or how much you should be saving based on where you live in Denver, please feel free to reach out and I will help you map out a clear plan so that your next 12 months feels not only focused, but intentional. Now, if this video helped, please hit like, hit subscribe, and send it to a friend who wants to stop renting. Your 1-year timeline starts today. I am Kareem Howard, a licensed realtor at Gerlock Homes. If you have any additional questions that this video did not answer, please feel free to reach out in the comments below or shoot me a text or call at my number down in the description. Now, as always, I will catch you guys in the next video.